Hello, happy Sunday to everybody. I got up real early, got up like 2:15 to watch the Jerry Jones ceremony, so I can just take it in without all the distractions in the house and whatnot. And it brought up a lot of emotion. I think you probably were like me. I went into it, I was like, let me just hear Jerry talk. But when he began to speak, he brought all those emotions up from all those years, and that was my main time as a Cowboy fan. That's been my main time in my life as a Cowboy fan, my time with Jerry Jones, even though I was a fan before Jerry Jones. And let me just paint the picture from you at the beginning, because a lot of us felt the same way. It was Tom Landry there, and me being from the South and being, heavily in a heavily religious family, and you know what Tom Landry kind of meant, as far as a icon. He was more than just the coach of the Cowboys. And when Jerry came in, it was like with a business mind. He just cut Landry, and that's how we were seeing it. So it was tough. However, I bought on quickly. And I was watching what Jerry and Jimmy were doing. I was a big Jimmy fan, not that much of a Jerry fan, but a big Jimmy fan. And the only way we could, just like you guys that are watching, the Laudation and Mark Holmes and Cowboys blog and all these guys out here, Foots the King that's doing a wonderful job, like you're watching, to get information. I used to have to go to Pro Football Weekly, and I used to wait for it to hit the stands, and I look in to see the battle between Aikman and Walsh and see what was going on with the Cowboys. So it was during the time of my obsession. So I obsessed with everything Cowboys during Jerry Jones' entire legacy. So when he was talking and bringing up Emmitt Smith and bringing up Barry Switzer and those emotions, bringing up Deion Sanders, all the stuff that he brought up a lot of time. And out of all that time, out of all the emotions that you could get from Jerry, the one thing that you knew was consistent throughout that whole time was him, and you hear it all the time, him wanting to win. Maybe he got a little bit narcissistic sometimes, and sometimes he got a little too drunk, a little too wild, a little too whatever. But in some cases, that creates the essence of a great person. You know what I'm saying? To be able to release those things out, to be able to do the things that he does, to be able to take a chance on buying the Cowboys, and the amount of money, I think it was I hope I'm right, with 150 mil to like 4 billion. I mean, that's a lot of money, people, and it takes a special human being, and we were very blessed to have Jerry Jones. No matter how much, again, Michael Barish wrote a great article over the site. You got to come over and read it or whatnot, but he kind of tied it up. All of us have a lot of mixed emotions with Jerry, but I replied to him. I said, one emotion I don't have mixed up with Jerry is jealousy. That's a good life that man has led. That's a good family that guy has developed, and I admire him totally for the Joneses and what he's done and all that kind of stuff. So it made me feel special. It made me feel like the Cowboys were sent somebody special. And I know it's hard for you guys to hear that, because you're mad at them for this and mad at them for that. But to be honest, the only thing that you could be mad at is Jerry the GM. And you got to think, Jerry the GM right now, if you're mad at Jerry the GM right now has relinquished control to people like his son and Will McClay, which has turned our attitudes bright, basically. You know what I'm saying? So even if you have get mad at Jerry the GM, Jerry the GM has put us in a good place right now. So I really have zero bad energy, and it's even worse than that. I have positive energy, and I feel special to have had and to have Jerry Jones as an owner all these years. Wow. Didn't expect to say that before I watched it. Didn't expect to say that, but I feel special for having Jerry Jones. Thank you, Jerry. All right, holla.